I've had one-on-one guide for visa applications in Portugal with some of my subscribers, and most of them have been disappointed one way or the other by using agents. I've also been asked how to apply for a Schengen tourist visa in Portugal, and that's the reason I'm making this video. In this video, you will get to learn how to apply for a Schengen tourist visa by yourself, what the requirements are, the visa fee, when you should apply for this visa, how long the process takes, how long it is valid. I'll be explaining the difference between a multiple entry and single entry. And finally, I'll be talking about switching a tourist visa to work visa. If you also need a one-on-one guide, you can send an email to immigratewithammy@gmail.com. You can as well join us on Instagram at immigratewithammy. However, I would like to give a little update about Schengen tourist visa in Portugal. You guys know that Schengen tourist visa was on hold in some EU countries for the past 2 years because of the pandemic. But at the moment, the VFS offices in Nigeria have started accepting applications for Portugal, and their process have changed. Before now, you could walk into VFS office to apply for a visa without booking an appointment, but that has changed. You would first visit VFS portal or website to book an appointment before applying. Here is the VFS link showing on my screen if you need it. The tourist visa is one of the Portuguese Schengen visas and is valid for a period of 3 months. It is issued to people who want to visit Portugal as a tourist, but they are from a country that does not have a visa-free agreement. I've also had people ask me to talk about or ask if they can visit other countries in the Schengen zone with Portuguese tourist visa. The answer is yes. If you have a Portuguese tourist visa, you can as well visit other Schengen countries in Europe. So let's take a look at the documents required when applying for a Schengen tourist visa. The first one is your passport. It must have a validity of 6 months before applying. The second requirement is the application form. It's not an online application, therefore the visa application form will be given to you at the embassy in your home country. The third requirement is the passport photograph. It must comply with Schengen visa photo requirements. And the fourth requirement is a travel health insurance, and it should be valid in all Schengen zones. It should also cover at least 30,000 euros of medical expenses and evacuation. The fifth requirement is the payment of the Portuguese tourist visa fee. The sixth one is making a reservation of your flight ticket. The seventh requirement is a cover letter. Your cover letter should include your personal information, that is your name, nationality, and employment status. It should also include the reason why you are traveling, the arrival date and departure date, if you'll be traveling to other Schengen countries other than Portugal. And finally, it should include your planned activities. The next requirement is proof of sufficient funds. You should be able to show that you have enough money to take care of yourself while you're in Portugal. The next requirement is proof of accommodation. You can do this by booking an accommodation with booking.com. The next requirement is an invitation letter if you have someone inviting you over to Portugal. The 11th requirement is an employment status document. So if you're a worker, you're working for a company, you should be able to show a contract like a work contract or a letter showing that you're on vacation and you're going to Portugal. If you're self-employed, you should submit certificate of business registration. If you're a student, you should submit your offer letter and a document showing that you're registered in that school. If you're a retiree, you should also submit your pension certificate. If a minor is traveling to Portugal alone, the following documents should be provided: the birth certificate of the child, a letter of consent from the parent or guardian signed by both of them, and a copy of passport of the parent or guardian should also be provided. If one of the parents is in custody of that child, a document should be provided in that regard. Please keep in mind that all the documents you'll be using to apply for a Schengen tourist visa should be in English. If they are not, you would have to translate them to English language. You should also legalize documents like your birth certificate and marriage certificate at the Portuguese embassy. You should also verify from your home country if you can apply for a tourist visa at the Portuguese embassy or at the VFS. But if you are applying from Nigeria, you should visit any of the VFS offices to apply for your visa. Let's take a look at how you can apply for a Schengen tourist visa. The first step is to collect all required documents. Book an appointment at VFS portal or website by using the link showing on my screen. Show up on the appointment date with all required documents. Pay the visa application fee and wait for your visa to be processed. After your visa has been processed, the embassy will notify you of their decision. If their decision is positive, you will pick up your visa and travel to Portugal within the date stated on your visa. If there is no Portuguese embassy in your home country, you may want to travel to the Portuguese embassy in another country closer to yours to submit your application. Let's take a look at how long the application process takes. It takes at least 15 working days for the Portuguese embassy to process your application from the day you submitted. It can also take longer than this depending on the situation. Let's take a look at the difference between a single entry and multiple entry. Single entry is valid for only one entry in Portugal and the Schengen zones. Once you leave, you cannot re-enter even if the visa is still valid. But with multiple entry, you can enter Portugal and other countries in the Schengen zone multiple times for as long as the visa is valid. The total days you spend in Portugal cannot exceed 90 days. If you also want to know if you can extend your tourist visa in Portugal, the answer is yes. You can extend your tourist visa, but before you do that, you would have to contact CEF. CEF is the immigration office in Portugal. Keep in mind that you would have to give good reasons why you want your visa to be extended. Finally, I've got a lot of people asking if they can switch their tourist visa to a work permit. The answer is no. Before you can work in Portugal, you should be able to submit your residence permit or have a work permit. No employer would want to offer a job to a tourist without a residence permit. So my advice is this: if you want to come into Portugal for work, you should start applying for jobs from your home country. Better still, you can wait for the job seeker visa application to open so you can apply. Believe me, no employer would want to offer a job to a tourist without a residence permit. It's one of the key documents you should have when applying for a job in Portugal. I hope I've been able to answer your question. If you enjoyed watching this video, give it a like and also subscribe to my channel for more informative videos. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Ciao!